Hey guys, it's Sekaar, and today we're going to be going over my Magic and Necromancer build for the Ascending Tide chapter. I forget where we are nowadays, so that's where we are. Ascending Tide. If you guys like the video, please like the video. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it really helps me with the algorithm. If you're not subbed to the channel, please do that. We just passed 1,700 subs, and that's pretty pog. So guys, if you don't do that, Dario will get really mad. So you don't want to see Dario when he's upset. Trust me. So enjoy the video, guys. Alright guys, let's get started. First things first, let's look at our character sheet so we can just get that out of the way real quick. First, we're going to be a Breton on our MagNecro. Breton is my favorite magic class right now in the game. Getting that is going to kind of counteract the Vamp Stage 3 that you put on basically every single build. So Breton, when you get that reduced cost on magic abilities, I feel like that counteracts the Vamp Stage 3, so you just get, you're not having sustained issues at all. We're going to have 48 points into magic with our attributes and 16 points into health. That way we get a nice chunky amount of health, but still have a decent amount of magicka. And then for our Mundus, we're going to be using the Lover because we're going to want to get that pen up as much as humanly possible. And then, like I said earlier, Vamp Stage 3, we definitely want to be a vampire in this build. If not, you're going to be way too squishy. And then for our food, we're going to be using Clockwork Citrus Fillet. If you can't afford this, don't worry about it. Just use Ghastly Eyeball and then rearrange your attributes until you have a comfortable amount of health and magic. So don't really worry about that, but Clockwork is what I prefer. But, you know, if you want to use Ghastly Eyeball, since it's going to be a lot more cheaper, I definitely recommend that as well. I've used it. It's just as good. I just prefer this. For our skills, oh brother, skill, we're going to be running on our front bar. We're going to be using Avid Boneyard. This is going to be our biggest source of damage with our build since we're going to be in triple harmony. You're going to be casting that like right after your bomb, and it is going to make people go boom. I love it. Degeneration is going to be your source of major sorcery, so this is going to get your damage up by 20%. So that is pretty pog. Storm Pulsar, after you get your full combo off on your bomb, this is what you're gonna hit at the end of it to try and get any last minute kills. A lot of my bombs have been make or break because of Pulsar. It's not the best skill in a 1v1, so this is not a 1v1 build at all. This is a bomber build. Do not forget that. So if you're in a 1v1 situation with this, yeah, like you can do it, but it's gonna be tough, and I don't recommend it. So just try and be outnumbered. That way you can try and use Vicious Death to your advantage. Stalking Blast Bones. You're gonna try and put this. You're gonna try and activate this at the beginning of every bomb. That way you can get this really hard hitting ability to try and hit the center of it. And if it works properly, this is going to really increase the damage of your bomb and really increase the likelihood of your bomb succeeding. Summoner's Armor. I prefer Summoners over the other one because the other morph is going to give your enemy free CC immunity, and you do not want that at all on this build. Do not do that. Use this morph. You're going to get your major resolve on this as well, so getting your physical and spell resistance up by 6k is huge, but having this is also going to reduce the cost of your Blast Bones and Spirit Mender, so this is going to really help with your sustain because you are going to be using your Spirit Mender very, 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 very often because of the fact, just due to the fact that it is a very short duration, but it is a really good heal. So use Summoner's Armor. Do not even think about using the other morph. Don't you dare. And then Dawnbreaker, we don't really use this on this build. We use our backbar ultimate, but this is just so that you can get the Fighters Guild passive to where you, where is this? Right here. Fighters Guild passive is going to increase your weapon and spell damage by 3% per Fighters Guild ability slotted. So having that ability slot on your front bar is going to increase your damage by 3%. So, you know, that's definitely worth it. And then, you know, you're also going to get 3 ultimate whenever you kill an enemy too, while having that on your front bar as well. So, you know, it's good for sustain as well. Then on your back bar, you're going to be using Race Against Time. This is going to be your snare removal. And then also it's going to be your movement speed buff. Getting this right before a bomb as well is going to really increase your likelihood of getting in and getting out. So definitely use Race Against Time. It's an amazing ability. Intensive Mender, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's only an 8-second duration, but the heal on this is nutty. So you're going to be getting 11,000 health every 2 seconds. So I'm sorry. Why wouldn't you use this? It's like a better form of vigor. It's an 8 second duration, healing you every 2 seconds. So it's definitely worth it to use this. I prefer this over the other morph. This is gonna heal you so much more. Binding Flare. This is going to just have, it's going to give you major protection while you're on your back bar, so it's going to let you turtle a lot more if you're taking too much damage. So you're going to be a lot more tanky because of this. So between having that just slotted and just having Intensive Mender out, using Resistant Fleshes, which is going to be your burst heal, and then also having Necrotic Potency, you're really going to be able to turtle a lot of damage and definitely be able to soak in a lot before turning around and getting your bomb off properly. Resistant Flesh, like I said, this is going to be your burst heal. So use this when you're starting to get really low on your health, and just use accordingly. It's a lot of magic, so don't spam this. Necrotic Potency. Whenever you have a body on the floor, you can use this, and you're going to get 6 ultimate every time. So it's huge. It's going to let you be able to use bombs very quickly, and just be able to keep on rotating with this build, and just keep on going. Just getting bombs off over and over and over again. So definitely use Necrotic Potency. And then Pestilent Colossus. I use this morph of the other one because this is going to deal a little bit more damage. And then, because the other morph, the only difference is it's going to give you a CC at the end, and I don't need that at all. There's literally no point to having that. So Pestilent Colossus works a lot better in my opinion. The damage on this is really good. So combining this, so being on your back bar and using this compared to using the other morph is definitely a lot better. And then as far as our sets go, we're going to... Oh my god, I don't know where they are. Inventory. Here we go. As far as our sets go, we're going to be running it like this. Our monster set is going to be Battlorgs with a heavy helmet and a medium shoulder, both in Impen with the prismatic enchants. What Battlorgs does is it's going to give you weapon and spell damage for your 1-piece, and then for your 2-piece, when you use an ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage equal to the amount of total ultimate consumed. So say you use 500 ult, you're going to get 500 weapon and spell damage. Easy, that's very straightforward. And the very important thing is, your physical and spell penetration is equal to 23 times the amount of ultimate you consume as well. So your pen is going through the roof when you use an ultimate on this. So that is one of the main reasons why why you use this. You're gonna hit so hard with your bomb. Definitely use Battlorgs on this. And before I even go into the other sets, all of our body pieces are going to have the prismatic enchants, as you can tell. So I'm not even going to mention that from now on. So our chest piece is going to be a heavy trainee and reinforced. You have an extra slot on this build, so using trainee is always worth it. You're going to get that max health up, and with a reinforced trait on a heavy piece, that is getting you as much armor as possible. And then our sash is going to be Dark Convergence. What Dark Convergence does is this is going to be your back bar set. So activating your ultimate is going to activate Dark Convergence. So this is going to give you max magic, offensive pen, weapon and spell damage for the 4-piece, and then for the 5-piece, casting abilities that leave an effect on the ground, aka your Blinding Flare or your Pestilent Colossus will activate this. So it will pull enemies in after a 1-second delay, stunning them for 1 second. And then after 4 seconds, they're going to take magic damage. So definitely use this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to activate your Pestilent Colossus. It will activate your Dark Convergence automatically. Then you switch back to your front bar, and then you use your Boneyard to activate your synergy. So I'll demonstrate it at the end exactly how the combo goes off. So don't worry about that. If you're having trouble keeping up with that, I will show an exact play-by-play of that. Do not worry about it. And then our shoes are going to be Dark Convergence as well, Impen. Our hands are going to be Dark Convergence, Impen. Our legs are going to be Vicious Death, Impen as well. So what Vicious Death is going to do is you're going to have this as your front bar set. And this is going to give you weapon and spell damage, max magic. Your 4-piece is going to give you crit chance, and the 5-piece is going to give you both offensive pen, and when you kill a player, they violently explode for 15.1k flame damage to all other enemies in a 5-meter radius. So basically, how this works is you kill an enemy, and if there are a lot of them stacked up together, it's going to cause a chain reaction where you're just blowing up a lot of people at once. And I have loved this set since the day it came out. It's one of the only sets in the game that actually promotes small scale and is a set for a small scaler or a solo player. So I absolutely love Vicious Death. Use this for a build like this. It is phenomenal. Our jewelry is going to be Vicious Death with a spell damage enchant and the Harmony trait. All three of our jewelry pieces are going to be Harmony, as you can see. So necklace is Vicious Death. Our ring is Vicious Death. And our other ring is Markin, which is going to be our mythic on this build. So what Markin does is you gain 100 weapon and spell damage and 1,157 armor for every set that you're wearing of at least 3 pieces or more of. So since you have the 3-piece of both Vicious Death and Dark Convergence are active on both bars, your marking ring will automatically count both of those, so you'll get 200 weapon spell damage and then 2,300 armor. So that's pretty. That's the best bang for your buck on this build for any mythic. And then definitely, if you can get golded out jewelry, it's a huge difference when it comes to harmony damage. So if you can, I really recommend golding out the jewelry. It's probably one of the most important parts of this build. And then our front bar is going to be a lightning staff of Vicious Death with in the sharpen trait to get that pen up more. And lightning staff is going to buff your AoE damage, so that's why I like that a lot. And then your enchant is going to increase your weapon and spell damage by 341 for 48 for 5 seconds. So I like lightning staff personally. It's you could try and no, I'm not even gonna pretend to. This is how I like to run this build. I know there are other ways to run it, like with a resto on the back bar, but I personally don't enjoy that. I like lightning staff front bar. Then back bar, I like a sword and shield. It doesn't matter what you use, a dagger or sword. You probably should use a sword on this. I just already have a golded out dagger. I have it in the power trait, increasing my healing done by 4.5%. So, and then the shield is going to be a shield in the sturdy enchant or trait. Sorry. And then last but not least, we're going to be looking over our champion points. Our 4 blue slottables are going to be Biting Aura, Ironclad, Mastered Arms, and Duelist Rebuff. Our red slottables are going to be Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Pain's Refuge, and Celerity. Our green slottables are going to be Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, and if you want, Gifted Rider, I guess. But what's really important about this is also using Breakfall, which is going to reduce your fall damage taken by 7% per stage. So definitely use that. It's basically free. I would recommend going into this first before anything else. And then, as always, just use your CP accordingly. That way you can, depending on how much you have. I can unlock all this with ease because I have, 2,113 champion points. All right, guys. Right after this, I'm gonna go and show you the exact combo of how to use your bomb. But for now, I'm gonna give all of the thank you for guys for watching. So if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate subbing to the channel. If you haven't, we're just passing 1,700 subs. I really appreciate that. I want to get to 2K as soon as we can. That'd be absolutely amazing. So guys, if you could really do that, it would really help me out so much. Liking the video is such a simple way to help me out. It helps me out in the algorithm so much, and I will be able to just keep on posting build videos, and I'll just keep on doing anything else. So if you guys want to see any kind of videos on my channel besides just build videos, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, and I will see you guys on the next video. Later. Alright, everybody else is gone. So, if you need to know how the actual combo works, you always want to keep your Spirit Mender up at all times and your armor up. So, what you're going to want to do is make sure your Degeneration is out, get that spell damage up, hit your Blast Bones, switch to your back bar, use your ultimate, front bar again, then you use your Synergy and your Impulse, and I will go over it real quick again. Oh no, this thing needs to die! As you can see, it's not really the best for situations like that. So, Since it's just a singular target, that's not the best. But, you know, we'll try and use it on a... there's a whole stack of them right here, so we'll do it right there. So, having your buffs up, spell damage, blast bones, back bar, ultimate, front bar, synergy, then you just hit your pulsar a bunch of times. And you can see that a lot of these ads are almost dead already, so just keep on going. And they're all dead, so we're going to look at our CMX for this, and we can see that the Darkened Virgins, just on that stack alone, I know that this is in PvE land, but, you know, I hope that you guys, you know, understand what I'm trying to pull here. Darkened Virgins hit for 63k just because of how stacked they all were, so that's just showing the potential of it. Grave Robber hit for 44k as a max, so getting that hit is really important on a stack. Try and get as many people as possible. Unfortunately, for you guys, Vicious Death doesn't work so on ads like this, so you can't really see that. But trust me, it is definitely the move. So guys, thanks for watching the last little bit of this, and I will catch you and see you guys. I can't even speak right now. See you guys next time. And you see this guy inviting me to a group? You guys want to see something funny? Bye!